Hello students, in this video lecture I am going to explain a numerical of projectile motion and in projectile numerical how to find out the radius of curvature. The numerical is given as a shot is fired at 50-degree elevation with velocity 100 meter per second. Determine the horizontal range, vertical range and the radius of curvature at starting point and at the highest point. To solve this numerical, it is important to find out first that what is the point of landing and what is the point of projection. As there is no data as such given to draw the point of projection and point of landing, let us consider that point of projection and the point of landing are both at the same level. I have considered A and B at the same level. A point is the point of projection, B point is the point of landing. Now, a particle is projected from the point A towards the point B in this manner. So, to that condition, the velocity of the projection is u, which is tangential at point A. The initial velocity is given as 100 meter per second and its inclination with the horizontal is alpha given as 50 degree. By using this data, in the question it is asked that to find out horizontal range. Horizontal range, it is the distance horizontally from point of projection to point of landing. A is point of projection, B is point of landing. In horizontal sense, distance between these 2 points is R. Also, it is asked to find out vertical range. Vertical range means the maximum elevation above the ground, and this is we can find out by defining this point C at this place. Now, from the point C to the ground, we have to find out the vertical range, and from point A towards the point B in horizontal sense, we have to find out the horizontal range. Now, using the formula along the horizontal direction, R is equals to u square sine 2 alpha upon g. We can substitute the value of u, which is given as 100 meter per second. Alpha value is 50 degree and g value is 9.81 meter per second square. The equation is written as 100 square into sine 100 upon 9.81. The answer comes as 1003.88 meter. Vertical range, for that we have to use the formula h is equals to u square sine square alpha upon 2g. In this condition, we know that point of projection and the point of landing both are at the same level. Therefore, we are using the vertical displacement of the particle is 0, that is Sy is 0, and C is the highest elevation point. Therefore, the velocity component along the y direction will be to that place will be 0, but the velocity component along x direction remain constant. Using the formula vertical range, h max is equals to u square sine square alpha upon 2g. Substituting the values in this equation, we are getting 100 square sine square 50 upon 2 into 9.81 equation. The value of h from this equation is 299.09 meter. In this manner, we can find out the horizontal range and vertical range in the question. Now, let's see a part of radius of curvature at two different points. One is the radius of curvature at points A and at point C. Let's see the radius of curvature at point A. You can see at the point A, initial velocity is defined. In curvilinear motion or in projectile motion, the velocity is always tangential. Therefore, This defined tangential velocity is along the tangential axis. To this tangential axis, if we draw a normal axis or we can draw a perpendicular, so then that perpendicular is called as normal axis. Now, at point A, you can see that a particle is accelerated under the gravitational force, under the action of gravitational force. Therefore, the acceleration in this case equals to g. And with this condition, this g is defined with respect to two components, as it will be make as it will makes an angle of alpha with the normal axis. Now you can see that the normal component will makes the normal component and the acceleration is having angle alpha, and with this case, by this angle alpha, we can resolve this g along the normal axis and along the tangential axis. The component of acceleration along the normal is a cos alpha, and by substituting a is equals to g, it will be g cos alpha. The values of g and alpha, with that the equation we can write as 9.81 cos 50 is equals to an, means the component of acceleration along the normal direction is 9.81 cos 50. We know that what is normal acceleration? Normal acceleration is defined as v square upon rho. As a is the initial point, so there is the initial velocity. That's why we can write this equation as an is equals to v square, that is u square upon rho a. By substituting the value of an as 9.81 cos 50, we can find out the rho a. Rho a value from this we can obtain as it is 1585.85 meter. Now, for this condition, rho a we have found. Rho a means the radius of curvature at point A we have found. What about the point C? You can observe the point C, and in that you can check that what data we can find out. Point C is defined here, and for that point C, we are going to use the concept of normal and tangential axis itself. Now, this is the tangential axis because to that point C, the velocity is tangential. So, this is the t axis. Perpendicular to that, inside the curve, there will be a normal axis. With this case, this normal and tangential axis, if you observe at point C, the particle is under the action of gravitational force, and the gravity force is always acting vertically downward direction. Therefore, the acceleration along the normal direction will be equals to g, that is 9.81 meter per second square. Now, by using this data from this case, we can define an is equals to a is equals to this g, and we can solve the further numerical. Now you can see the further part as an is equals to a is equals to g, but an we know that as v square upon rho. The velocity at point C and the radius of curvature at point C we can define. Now to find out the velocity along x direction, because the velocity along x direction is remain constant in projectile motion, that become equals to u cos 50. U is given as 100, cos 50 we can define this is the component of velocity along x direction. The component of velocity along y direction will be 0 because C is the highest point of elevation. This is the highest point of elevation, therefore component of velocity along y direction will be 0. Now v is 100 cos 50 whole square upon radius of curvature at point C is equals to AN. AN is in this condition as G. By substituting these all values in the equation, we are getting the equation of rho C is equals to radius of curvature at point C is equals to 100 cos 50's whole square upon 9.81. By solving this equation in the calculator, we are getting the radius of curvature at the highest point C is equals to rho C is equals to 421.18 meter. But remember that when we are finding the radius of curvature for the highest point over the curve, then that radius of curvature is minimum at the highest point. And in this manner you can solve the numerical related to a projectile motion, and in that when radius of curvature is asked to find out. I hope you have cleared the concept of radius of curvature in projectile motion. Thank you.